this is literally the perfect day to listen to this. For you guys, it's definitely a different day, but for me, it's Sunday. And so perfect timing. We're going to listen to the Sundays. We're going to listen to this track, Can't Be Sure. This is off of their debut studio album, Reading, Writing, and Arithmetic, released in 1990. We are listening to this track because it was sponsored and suggested by Michael. So Michael, thank you so much for the suggestion and of course for the support. And I also see that this was the favorite song of Grib68. And this track had also been suggested by Hippo on a Bike and Alex777. So thank you guys so much for the recommendation. Never heard of the Sundays, don't know a thing about them, but we're about to learn a little bit today. So let's go ahead and do so. We'll talk about it a little bit after. Can't Be Sure. Here we go. Guitar now is super, super light and very dreamy.
England, my country, the home of the free, such miserable weather. But England's as happy as England can be. Why cry?
Very lightly with the music. Here it is. Up here at the end. That was like, okay, I know their name is the Sundays, but this feels like a perfect Sunday track because it feels like the leftover energy and excitement from Saturday is now into the waning hours of Sunday. And it kind of, there's still a little bit of energy there, but it's kind of like lazing through the day. Like, for example, today, Sunday, I've tried to get a lot done, and I did, but there was also a lot of kind of lazing around in between. And so I'm feeling the same way with this song. There's a little bit of the dreaminess atmosphere, especially coming from those guitars, the subtlety of the drums way, way in the back, barely showing a little volume until the end. And I like that. It's like an almost hinted at rhythm more so than being so upfront with the drums. Patrick Hannon on the drums. Vocals from Harriet Wheeler. I liked how sweet and dreamy her voice kind of flowed over the music, and her delivery was also kind of fun. It kind of jumped and bounced and hopped and skipped in here, almost as if just like enjoying and soaking up the last day of the week, the last day before perhaps you have to go back to work or whatever business takes place on Monday, you know? This is like trying to absorb and catch those last few moments of peace and relaxation. And I think that she, with her vocals, but also just the atmosphere from the rest of the band, really kind of captured that. This is like a nice track. Not too much happening. This was just a nice, relaxing, allowed to just wash over you kind of track. That was enjoyable. I like that. Let's take a look at these lyrics here. Give me a story and give me a bed. Give me possessions, oh love, luck, and money. They go to my head like wildfire. It's good to have something to live for, you'll find. Live for tomorrow, live for a job, and a perfect behind. High time. England, my country, the home of the free. Such miserable weather, but England's as happy as England can be. Why cry? And did you know desire's a terrible thing, and that the worst that I can find? And did you know desire's a terrible thing, but I rely on mine. Like, you know, not everything's perfect, but sometimes things are okay. And did you know desire is a terrible thing? Did you know desire is a terrible thing? It makes the world go blind. But if desire is a terrible thing, you know that I really don't mind. Like, it's okay to want things. It's okay to have desire a little bit. And it's my life. And though I can't be sure what I want anymore, it will come to me later. It's my life. And it repeats from there. So even if you don't know exactly what you want, that's okay. And once you do find out what you want, it's okay to want that thing, whatever it might be. Yeah, too much of a good thing, too much desire is maybe, not the best thing, but a little bit, shows a little bit of a want of something. It says that it was the first and in the UK, the only single to be released from this album. The B-side, I Kicked a Boy, also appeared on the album. The single reached number 45 on the UK singles chart and 74 in Australia, and voted number 1 in John Peel's Festive 50 for 1989. Never heard of the Festive 50, but it sounds like a fun thing. It was originally an annual list of the year's 50 best songs compiled at the end of the year and voted for by listeners to John Peel's BBC Radio 1 show. There you go. Looking at the lyrical content here, it says the theme of desire treated as a general concept rather than being directed towards anything or anyone in particular. By the song's closing refrain, the song's narrator appears to have come to terms with, if not necessarily, resolved the dichotomy. And of course, those chart positions you had seen earlier. Thank you so much, Michael, for the recommendation, for the suggestion. I appreciate you guys. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. Come back tomorrow because you never know what's coming up on the docket. But I hope that you enjoy it, whatever it may be. Thanks for being here. I'll see you tomorrow.